Last time we talked about the town of Canter Creek, and now we will follow along and see how it ends. Sheriff Tumbleweed doesn't want to be sheriff anymore. He had enough. And now, after their last plan failed, they need a new one. Twilight's power is still out of the question. She can't attack civilians. That's when said civilian arrives to fill out paperwork at the clerk. The paperwork to legally acquire the ranch. And according to them, he will own it in 1 week, and tearing them won't do. That's too illegal for Twi. That's when they see a few ponies gambling in an alley, getting ripped off in a card game. This gives AJ an idea, even if she won't have it in her town. Through misdirection, divert Longhorn's attention and use the time while he is distracted to move the ranch. If he doesn't live there, he can't legally claim the land. And the way they are going to do that is simple. Twilight will go through the paperwork and find every little mistake to call him back to fix it. And that's exactly what happens. Right when Longhorn is back in the camp, a male pony arrives and calls him back to town. It's annoying, but important bureaucracy. So he heads back. Now it's time to distract the rest of them, but Dash got it covered. She throws an acorn at them, and Pinky shouts something that makes them think one of them hit the west, which starts a farm brawl, which gives them the opportunity to move the camp. At the clerk's office, Longhorn is annoyed by the minor detail he needed to correct, and storms off again, while his correction disappears again because of the disappearing ink they used. Dang, that's devious. You sure that's legal, Twiley? The next morning, they realize it wasn't enough. They need to move it more. For that, maybe the town's ponies can help. Even the sheriff wants to help again. In that moment, Pinky gets an idea. How about using a ghost story? They get Longhorn away from the ranch, again with another letter. It's ridiculous, honestly. Once he is gone, they start spreading the rumor that the mountains are haunted by the ghost of an old prospector pony searching for gold. And you can hear him still and his clanging pants. Clang, clang. Rarity levitates a bedsheet and the ghostly appearance makes the bulls run in terror, which gives them once again time to move everything. In town, Longhorn is not amused, but signs it again anyway. On his way back, he meets the idiots and gets them back to camp, which seems closer than usual, but not close enough. It's still on the ranch. They moved it 12 feet too little, so it's back to planning again, but they have a better idea. They get the ladder to Longhorn again, and then Flutters comes in a male pony costume, and all of them are immediately infatuated. They love her. She doesn't even have to say anything to give the others the opportunity to move the campsite the rest of the way. Longhorn is mad though, so mad that he wants to evict some ponies again, and take his ranch. When he arrives, he is very thankful because the ponies rebuilt his barn. He knows he is early, but that won't stop him. He wants to take what's his. But now, it's the townsfolk's turn. They want him to finally leave. Especially the sheriff is assertive now. Despite Longhorn's attempts to stop him, he fights back. Longhorn had enough too. Now, he wants to force the ponies off his property and grabs Rarity by the mane in rage and demands the deed. In that second, Twilight comes flying and drops some papers. But it's not the expected deeds. It's the paperwork that's approving Ranch Bronco as a historical site for Canter Creek, signed by Celestia and Luna. And with that, the ranch belongs to the town, legally. Did Twilight just abuse her closeness to the sisters? Anyway, of course they need to apologize for going through the stuff of the bolts, but they take it surprisingly well. Except for Longhorn. He can't take it anymore and yeets Rarity away in his rage. Kicks down the barn, and now that someone destroyed the historic side of Equestria, Twilight finally has an official reason to kick the bulls' butts. With magic. And quickly builds a jail around him. There's one more thing Rarity has to do for now. And for that, she takes her paint bucket and throws it at Longhorn for ruining her hair. I accidentally wrote paint bucket in the script, and considering what it's used for, it's accurate, as is her throw. On the next day, AJ is proudly handing the sheriff his star back, while he thanks all of them for their help. But the main six gotta get on the train. Pinky is right, they should be riding into the sunset, while Fluttershy acknowledges that the goats the cattle rustlers have been riding on all this time must have felt terrible. This was a fun issue, and the western adventure in MLP is something I needed. Well, this outlaw type story. We got Appaloosa and all, but this is great in a different way. And seeing these different sides of our heroes was cool, especially how they dealt with the situation when everything felt lost. Also, it's interesting how much of a stickler for rules Twilight is. This was quite the hesitation to attack the villains for a pony who didn't think twice about some other enemies. Well, anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks to my patrons, especially to Windy Bear and Maverick. Join my Discord if you want to discuss some more. And until next time, for the Ponies, fellas, and bye.